What's the best way to get forgiveness as a teacher for your student loan debt? It really depends on how much you owe. If you have less than $20,000, the Teacher Loan Forgiveness Program could be a really wonderful program. This will forgive $5,000 for a lot of teachers, or up to $17,500 for teachers that happen to be working in a specific field in certain low-income areas. So this Teacher Loan Forgiveness Program is a pretty helpful program for people who owe a very modest amount of student loan debt. However, there's a huge flaw with it, and that is that it only covers up to $17,500, which is really not that much compared to a lot of people's loan balances out there. Another problem with teacher loan forgiveness is it doesn't count simultaneously for credit when you make payments under this program for the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. The PSLF program, as it's otherwise known as, is a 10-year program where you have to make payments based on your income. At the end of that 10-year period, your loans are forgiven tax-free, whereas the Teacher Loan Forgiveness Program is 5 years and does not forgive your entire loan balance. If you do teacher loan forgiveness and you get loans forgiven, then you have to start over for public service loan forgiveness. So in other words, you could have had your loans forgiven on a 10-year plan, and instead you're drawing it out over 15 years if you employ both teacher loan forgiveness and PSLF. Now, for teachers who owe less than $20,000, payments based on your income will probably be $150 to $250 at a minimum, so you would just pay off your loans over 10 years anyway and not get any forgiveness. So in that case, it makes sense to go for teacher loan forgiveness. However, if you're a teacher with more than $20,000 of debt, and there's a lot of them out there, because the typical debt for a teacher with a master's degree is about $55,000 of student loan debt. If you go to the Columbia Teachers College, you might even owe $100,000 of student loan debt for your teaching degree. And in that case, you want something that will forgive your loans tax-free and will forgive all of it. So you would want to ignore the Teacher Loan Forgiveness Program and focus on PSLF instead. And the way you can do this is if you figure out that your payment under pay-as-you-earn or revised pay-as-you-earn happens to only be $150 to $250 a month, or maybe it's $300 or $350. If it's moderate compared to the size of your loan balance, especially if it's below 1% of your loan balance, your payment under an income-based plan, then you will very likely have loans forgiven under the PSLF program. Now, you have to have direct loans. Any other kind of loans do not qualify. So if you have FFEL loans or private loans, those do not qualify. Some federal loans, you can consolidate them and convert them to direct loans so that they qualify. It's a little complicated, and that's why we're here to help teachers, because my dad was a teacher, and he taught for 40 years, and a lot of people in my family are teachers, and I want to make sure that folks get really good help if they have a lot of student loan debt. Our team, everybody in our team has either a CFP or CFA, and we would love to make a custom plan for your student loans for your master's or graduate degree in teaching if you happen to have a ton of student loan debt from that degree. So you'll reach out to help@studentloanplanner.com. Myself or one of our team will reach out to you and explain how we might be able to help. And we make custom plans for a flat fee of $295 for teachers who owe less than $200,000. So it's pretty affordable, and the most important thing is that you make sure that you have a clear plan for your school loans so that they don't become way more expensive than you really want them to be. So hopefully that was a good primer for you on what paths teachers can use to get their loans forgiven. If you have questions, please comment, reach out. One of our team members will get in touch with you. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck paying back your student loans from your teaching degree.